10 legendary strikers who were unable to win UEFA Champions League. Number 10. Edinson Cavani. PSG hitman is certainly one of the most lethal strikers on the planet at the moment. He's scored loads of goals wherever he's played in Europe, be it Palermo, Napoli, and Paris Saint-Germain. He's scored 78 goals in his last 2 seasons for PSG in all competitions, 2016, 2017 and 2018, combined, but hasn't been able to guide his team to victory in the Champions League. With Paris Saint-Germain, he was knocked out famously by FC Barcelona in the 2016 and 2017 edition and by eventual winners Real Madrid in the 2017 and 2018 season. Number 9. Sergio Aguero. Sergio Aguero has established himself as one of the world's finest strikers. His phenomenal record at Atletico Madrid and Manchester City speaks volumes of his talent. The clever forward is loved by City and Argentina fans in equal measure and always gives his all for his team. However, he's been plying his trade in teams which do not mount a serious challenge at the Champions League. When he was at Atletico, the team wasn't the powerhouse it is today, whilst Manchester City, despite Guardiola's stewardship, have failed to reach beyond the quarter-finals. Number 8. Gabriel Batistuta. The man is revered by fans so much that he has a life-size bronze statue erected in Florence. Batistuta, as he is fondly referred to by fans the world over, played the majority of his career at Fiorentina, who, realistically, never had a real shot at winning the Champions League. In fact, in 2001, Batistuta had to leave his beloved Fiorentina and switch to Roma to win the Scudetto, before retiring in 2005 after a one-year lucrative deal in the Middle East. Number 7. Robert Lewandowski. The best striker in the Bundesliga by a mile, it is rather surprising that Robert Lewandowski has never won the Champions League. He came close with Borussia Dortmund, being the runner-up in the 2012-13 season, and he switched after a season to Bayern Munich on a free transfer, who had taken away the Polish striker's chance at glory in 2012 and 2013 Champions League final. Number 6. Antoine Griezmann. Man of the match in the 2018 World Cup finals, Antoine Griezmann has won a European club competition, the Europa League, in 2018. For all of Europa League's prestige, the UEFA Champions League glory is something else entirely. Griezmann has come close twice to winning the Champions League. In the final of the 2013 and 2014 edition, Sergio Ramos equalized in the second half injury time to level the match, which Real won 4-1 after running riot in extra time. In 2015 and 2016 final, he missed a penalty, which if converted, would have crowned Atletico champions. Number 5. Michael Owen. Another player who has won the second tier of the European Cup competition, the UEFA Cup as it was called back then. Michael Owen had the world at his feet at a very young age. Ballon d'Or winner at 22, he got his big move to Real Madrid in 2004. However, this is where the fairy tale ended. Frustrated by the substitute status at Madrid, he returned to Premier League with Newcastle the following year. A number of injuries meant he lost his devastating pace and accuracy he was known for during his spell at Liverpool. He did come close to winning the Champions League with Manchester United in 2011. Number 4. Alan Shearer. Alan Shearer had the opportunity to join Manchester United and be a teammate of Roy Keane, the man with whom the Geordie had multiple infractions over the next decade. He chose to return to his boyhood club and never won a trophy again. Despite raking up 283 goals in the English top flight, including a record 260 in the Premier League era, featuring in an inconsistent Newcastle side meant that Alan Shearer never had a chance at winning any trophy, let alone the Champions League. Number 3. Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Zlatan Ibrahimovic is another player who has won the second tier of the European club competition. He is probably the most curious case of this list. In his European career, He has featured for Ajax, Juventus, Inter Milan, Barcelona, AC Milan, Paris Saint-Germain, and Manchester United, clubs which have won the Champions League a combined 24 times. However, he never played for the clubs at the top of their games. At times, the club he transferred from won the Champions League, like Inter Milan in 2010 and Barcelona in 2011. Now plying his trade in MLS, Zlatan may never win Europe's top prize. Number 2. Ruud van Nistelrooy. A three-time Champions League top scorer and a top scorer in 3 different leagues, Eredivisie, Premier League, and La Liga. However, one is surprised to know that the Dutch maestro was unable to win the big prize. His best chance to win the Champions League was when he was at Manchester United. However, his spell at United coincided with United's slump in form. In his 5-year stay at United, he won just 4 trophies, winning the league just once. As a result, RVN cannot boast about with his Champions League medal. Number 1. Ronaldo. The greatest player to have never won the Champions League per the 442 magazine, Ronaldo missed out on a medal due to an unfortunate technicality. When AC Milan won the Champions League in January 2007, Ronaldo was denied the opportunity to participate and be allotted a medal because he was cup-tied. This is because he played for Real Madrid in the Champions League earlier in the season and thus was ineligible to represent AC Milan. The closest that El Fenomeno has been to Champions League success was in 2003 when he helped Real Madrid to the semi-finals, in which they lost to Juventus.